What's going on, guys? Stony Rob here, back for another YouTube video. I hope you guys are having an amazing day because mine is going amazing, like every other day. In today's video, I'm on the tiermaker.com website trying to pit together all the backwood flavors, trying to see which ones are the best from God status to garbage status. So before I start this video, drop a like and hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 180 subs. I appreciate every single one of you, and now let's get it started. Alright, here we are on the tiermaker.com website, and we're not going to beat around the bush too much. I'm going to start off with the black sweet aromatic, and I'm going to put this little bad boy up in the peasant status. You want to know why? Because it tastes just like original backwoods, and if you haven't noticed, there isn't original backwoods in the list right here, because I don't even consider them a flavor. I've never pulled up, I've rarely, maybe 3 times in my whole life, seen somebody pull up with a original backwood pack. At that point, you just buy papers. Fuck it. Just because they're black, sweet aromatic, they're exotic flavors up here in Canada, they at least deserve the peasant status. Next up, we got that sweet aromatic. I'm gonna put it up in the human status. It deserves at least that because it's kind of got a little better taste than the black sweet aromatic one. And yeah, it kind of just deserves the human status. We got wild rum up next, and it kind of goes hand in hand in the same category as the sweet aromatic. It's a decent flavor, but for me, it's a little bland. Sometimes it just doesn't taste like rum, and it doesn't taste like anything, but it doesn't taste bad, if you know what I mean. So I'll just put it up in the human status, and the human status is just like the average status, right? It's not too bad. It's right there in the middle. Next up, we got the dark stout, and you probably guessed that I was gonna put it up in the king status, because it's a super good leaf, man. It's generally dark, as the name says. They're beautiful leaves. They're fresh. There's rarely any stems on them. And I don't know, just when you smoke it, especially in the morning, it has a good feel to it. So it deserves that nice old king status. Next up, we got honey berry backwoods. Honey berry backwoods. I'm gonna put it up next to the dark stout. It's got that king status. It's super duper good. It has the same qualities as the dark stout. You know what I mean? It's just very good taste. The only difference is that it's very sweet, and that's its downfall. I literally would have gave it the god status, but sometimes smoking it in the morning, it's just I don't know. You just don't feel like smoking it. It's kind of like a jewel mango pod. You're like, fuck it. I don't want to smoke the honey berry in the morning. So that's why it's got that king status, but nonetheless, that's a pretty good status. Next up, we got the vanilla backwood. I don't think you guys are going to guess where I'm going to put this one. I'm going to put it up in the human status. And some of you may be shocked. You're like, oh shit, exotic, what? Bro, not because it's exotic means it's good. That doesn't mean jack shit, right? It has a pretty bland flavoring, and it's overhyped in my opinion. But it was very good, but it wasn't as good as the hype makes it up to be. It wasn't $40 a pack good, if you know what I mean. And maybe that's just me saying damn, I spent $40 on a pack of vanilla backwoods. It was worth it in my opinion because it was a taste test and they tasted actually good, but they're not crazy good to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm willing to put 40, even 30, $25 on that pack, if you know what I mean. So we'll go up in the honey backwood, and this one might surprise you guys. I gave it the god tier status, man. The god tier status. Why? Because first of all, if you pull out a carton or you pull out one pack of honey backwoods in front of a girl or a shorty, and she's a stoner girl, not like any random girl, right? Because she might be like, what the fuck is that? You pull this out, man. That's an insta smash, bro. That's an insta smash. The girl's gonna be dripping down her panties, for sure. Because honey backwoods are the shit, man. You hype the girl up, you start telling her, man, you're just like honey backwoods. She doesn't understand. She's a stoner, she doesn't smoke backwoods. You whip that out, it's like, oh damn, you make her smell the pack. The pack just smells amazing. It's fresh, and it just tastes just amazing. And that's why I give it the god tier status. But up next, we got its Canadian cousin, wine. And wine deserves the the good old king status. Because it's kind of like the honey backwood, but it's a little nicer to the taste, if you know what I mean. That's a crappy joke. Up next, we got that grape. Grape deserves the king status as well. Exotic, tastes super good. A definite cop, to be honest. They taste way better than the vanilla backwoods. It's kind of like smoking a Juicy J blunt wrap, like a grape flavoring blunt wrap, and it's a backwood. So it's the best of both worlds. So it kind of really deserves the king status. Next up, we got the whiskey, and the whiskey's up in the garbage. Like, fuck it. Why the fuck would you buy a pack of whiskey? Okay? I can undeniably say that 80% of the packs I've bought were duddy. Like, they had holes, the woods were fucked up, the taste was like off, I don't know, and they're fucking crappy fucking woods. So they deserve the garbage status. On top of that, let's not forget that it's the same flavoring as the sweet aromatic, and fuck it, it's garbage. I'll put it down in the garbage, man. There's not much else to say. We got port next up, and port deserves the peasant status. Port is like honey berry, but with a lot less flavoring. You can honestly taste a little bit of like actual wine, if you know what I mean. Like, and I guess it's like a sweet flavor, kind of like the honey berry. They're not super tasty, and sometimes you just get one little spike of like super sugar, like tobacco sugar, and it's just like, ugh, what the fuck? It deserves the peasant status just because like the pack is actually nice. It's a clear, crisp, purplish color on the pack. So just because of like the aesthetics, I gave it the peasant status. And we got Russian Cream, man. And Russian Cream deserves the God status because it's made its way all the way to the rap hip hop culture. It's in like almost every damn song that references backwoods. They gotta reference the Russian Cream backwood. Even K Glock made a song called Russian Cream, and it's a pretty good damn song. You should actually check it out. But nonetheless, it's hyped as fuck, but it still deserves the God tier status. Up next, we got the Honey Bourbon. And the Honey Bourbon, I shall give it the God tier status. Okay? Why it got that God tier status? Because the Honey Bourbon is the best of both worlds, combining the honey backwood and the honeyberry backwood, and having a little, entanglement with the dark stout, if you know what I mean. It's super duper good. You can smoke it in the morning. It's not gonna be too sweet. You can smoke it at night. It's not gonna be too coarse. Whatever you want to say. It's just, I don't know. The leaf is just perfect. Tastes super good. Like literally, honey bourbon might be my favorite backwood flavoring out there. And yeah, that's why I gave it the God status. Last but not the least, the elusive banana backwoods. And I have absolutely no clue where to put this one because it's actually the only pack of backwoods I've never tried in my life. It's the only flavoring of backwoods I've never tried in my life. So I don't know if it deserves the garbage. I don't know if it deserves the peasant, human, king, God tier. But for the sake of guessing, I guess, where we would go, I think God tier, because they wouldn't be so elusive and mystical. And out of all these flavors, besides grape, it has this fruit flavoring. And grape is actually pretty good. And I wouldn't imagine a banana flavored backwood cigar. So that's why I gave it the God tier status. So let's do a little recap. Up in the God tier, we have honey, Russian cream, honey bourbon, banana backwoods. Up in the king status, we got dark stout, honey berry, wine, and grape. In the human tier, we got sweet aromatic, wild rum, and vanilla backwoods. In the peasant tier, we got sweet aromatic and porto. And all the way down in the garbage status, we got the whiskey backwood. So I hope you guys enjoyed this backwood flavored tier list. If you did, drop a like and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. This is Tony Rob. You guys know the drill. I'm